Hey everyone, welcome to today's replay, and today we're playing the AMX M4 1945, and we are using the 105mm gun with all premium rounds. Now, why is that? So recently, I've been watching Sercon, good old Sercon, grinding the 3 marks on this tank, and during that time he was using this gun, and it kind of opened up my eyes to this tank, if you could say. So with the 90mm gun, it's basically a bad Tiger P, which is also a bad Tiger. So you have arguably one of the worst tier 7 heavy tanks when you are playing it with the 90mm. But with the 105mm, what you gain from using this gun is so much alpha damage, penetration of course because you're using premium ammo. Like, just to compare this tank to, let's say, the benchmark good tier 7 heavy tank, the T29. This tank has pretty much better everything. So the alpha damage is more. It has 300 DPM more than the T29 with the 105mm, and that is a lot at tier 7. That's the difference between getting an extra shot in the game, basically. And also, the actual chassis of the tank isn't that bad either, so the mobility is a little bit better. It's literally just comes down to a case of its terrain resistances. That's all there is in it. I suppose what the T29 makes up for is its armor, basically. Like, the T29 has always been known for its turret armor, and it will always be known for its turret armor as well. It's what makes the tank for some people, and what helps make it anyway such a powerhouse at tier 7. But anyway, the AMX M4, if you were ever to grind this tank, use the 105mm with premium ammo. It's just such a nice tank when you do. And onto this game. So we're playing on Pilsen. We're taking the typical warehouses, and it's kind of a meta this now, isn't it? You go for the extreme one line, though I think this VK has lost the point in getting cover. So we're in a pretty decent matchup as well, where you could say middle of the lineup. So we're fighting against tier 8s and tier 7s, one tier below, one tier above. Now this is my kind of matchmaking basically, and we took all that VK there, but he was sitting out in the open. What do I think of Pilsen? It's okay, I suppose. With heavy tanks, you always go to these warehouses, and it is a bit of a slug for it. So, and whenever you go for light tanks, you gotta go for between a 7 and 0 line, haven't you? Really, it's just so much potential for assistance damage and lots of angles to work with. Now, there's a Tiger in the middle, and that's at the moment stopping me from pushing up to this AMX along with the KV-13 and Leo. If I went out there, I'd just be in a massive crossfire, and I really don't want to take a shot from that AMX 65 as well. Though the Oni looks like he wants me to take a shot for him by pushing me out. I'm not having any of that. He can go screw himself with that. And the KV-13, is he going to poke? No, I don't think. He's not that brave. He probably spotted the Oni before he went in and decided, nah, I'm not having any of that. So at this moment, I'm just holding. There's no need for me to push. If I poke, there's multiple angles I can be shot from. And this bloody Oni, he's really determined to make me take damage. So we're up to a pretty decent game so far, 1900 damage, and this is when I decide to make my move. What I'm going to do, so I'm going to come out the warehouse and come up here, and I'm going to get flanking shots on the Leo and the KV-13. hopefully we can get a good push going, because it's 5-5 at the moment and we do need to start getting some work done for our team. So I go in. I don't know what hit points the Leo is on at this time. I see he's at the one shot. Make sure it actually hits, because this gun can troll where there's 2.9 seconds aiming time. And right now I'm thinking, do I really go for this shot? Because I'm probably going to take a shot from the AMX, and preferably I don't want to take a shot at all. So I start trying to find the angle. So the AMX puts a shot into me, and I decide to push up, put a shot into the KV-13. Nice little high roll there. And the AMX's shots was a very bad shot, so I go out again. I should have gone further forward here. I took an unnecessary shot from the AMX, and that knocks out my ammo rack with 60 seconds left. So I take out the KV-13 and then I start the fight for survival, basically. Last those 60 seconds until I can get my ammo rack back up, and for the meantime I've got absolutely horrific DPM. But it doesn't matter when they're a one shot, does it? That P43 didn't know what he was getting himself into. Now the Lurver on our team, I'm not quite sure what he was trying to accomplish here, but he charged that AMX with very little hit points. As you can see in chat, he calls us noobs. Nice one, dude. Nice one. And at the moment, I can't really do too much because of my ammo rack problems. As I said, it's a game of surviving until then. So, what can we do here? We just need to manage the distance between the enemy tanks and so we can manage the reloads and try not to get ourselves into any brawling situations. And that's when the AMX decides, I'm going to come for you. And I'm thinking at this point, the C25 can put in, it's going to have a field day, but he's not putting in any shots. And I'm thinking, AMX, please help. And I put in the shot. I get back I've had my ammo rack back up now, and we start the dance with the AMX, and he knocks out my ammo rack again. I think, fuck. And this E25, he's not that interested in helping me, is he? Let's be honest. And I should have fallen back round the corner here. I've got the reload. The AMX, if he realised what he done to me, he could have killed me by now, but he hasn't. He's let me reload, and now I try to find the angle. Yes, we put a shot right into his observation device. At least I think that's the observation device. And I'm thinking, is this E25 AFK? And I see he's moving, and I'm pretty upset at this. And I give him a good thank you for the help he gave me. So we nearly got our ammo rack back again for the second time this game. And now it's about basically staying alive and creating angles through our ally spotting. Our allies still have plenty of health between them. None of us are on one shot apart from me, basically. I could probably get one shot by the Dickermax 50% of the time, and the Jagdpanther, I'd say it's 6 out of 10 times if he's using the 105. And at this moment, the enemy team, they're going down here towards our cap, and I haven't realised this yet. In fact, none of us have, because they haven't got spotted. So I'm playing very passive here. I'm thinking that the Hellcat is looking, and the Dickermax is probably here. And I'm starting to think, why are they not shooting the Challenger or the T25AT? They're sitting in the open for them. And that's when I start to push up. And it's right about this time when the Hellcat decides to appear. So I invited the goddamn E25 Rigger BIA, and that was a very lucky shot. That guy completely missed. So we're using our premium ammo against the Hellcat now. And I should be a lot braver here because the Hellcat technically can't one-shot me unless he ammo-X me or sets me on fire. And he puts the shot in, but so do I. And our team is capping. To be honest, I can't complain with that. So there's the AMX for you on Pilsen. I really hope you enjoyed this game. I must say, if you can get this tank and you mount this 105mm gun, with this gun, I honestly think it's one of the best tier 7 heavy tanks that you can get, even though it is incredibly expensive, as you're about to find out in the post-game stats. So here we are. Of course, we pick up the Ace Tanker for our high caliber and our Top Gun. Managed to pick up 1,500 experience, which is pretty decent for the M4 actually. This is because we are of course shooting quite a few tier 8 targets, and we picked up of course the 6 kills and the 4,000 damage. Now we lost 16,000 or more 17. This is because we hit all our shots and we failed to pen only one of those shots. Once you start missing shells and not penetrating a lot, that can very quickly go to 30, 40 or 50k credits lost. So there's the AMX M4 for you. Thank you Zircon for making me see the light, and I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. This tank is actually really good. I don't know if I prefer it to a T29, but it's definitely better than the Tiger P that I am grinding right now. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you give it a like, and I'll see you in the next one.